Hello. Welcome to the first lesson of Module 2 of the Technical Skills section. This module is divided into 4 lessons which cover important aspects of budgeting for youth projects. These lessons will provide you with the necessary knowledge and skills to successfully manage the finances of your project. The first lesson will cover budget basics, teaching you how to create and manage a budget effectively. In the second lesson, we will explore different sources of funding that you can tap into for your project. The third lesson will focus on utilizing networking and online engagement as tools for fundraising. And finally, in the last lesson, we will discuss the important topics of financial responsibility and transparency in youth projects. Welcome to the first lesson of our Budget Basics course. In this lesson, we will cover the key elements of a budget, why it is important, and common mistakes to avoid. We will also provide an example of a youth project budget and guide you through creating your own budget. Having a budget is essential for managing your finances and achieving your financial goals. It allows you to track your income and expenses and make informed decisions about your spending. Now, let's dive into the key elements of a budget and learn how to make it work for you. Our learning objectives include understanding what a budget is and why it is essential, as well as identifying and categorizing project costs. We will also be discussing the difference between income and expenses and creating a simple, realistic budget using a template. Budgeting is a crucial skill for young individuals looking to take on projects. By understanding what a budget is and how to create one, you will be better equipped to manage and track project costs. We will also go over the difference between income and expenses, which is crucial in creating a realistic budget. So, let's get started. So, what is a budget? A budget is a written plan that shows the expected income and expenses of each project. The goal is to balance these two, while trying to make your income greater than your expenses. A budget also helps to keep track of your finances and make informed decisions about spending. By creating a budget, you can see where your money is going and identify areas where you can cut back or save. It's an important tool for managing your financial resources and ensuring that you are on track to meet your financial goals. So, let's dive in and learn more about budgeting. The key elements of a budget are divided into 3 categories: income, expenses, and balance. The expenses section is categorized into 3 subsections of fixed costs, variable costs, and hidden costs. Now, let's take a closer look at each of these categories, starting with income. Income is the money that you receive on a regular basis, such as your salary, wages, or any other source of income. It is important to track and budget your income to ensure that it covers all of your expenses and leaves you with a positive balance. Why budget is important, and what are the common mistakes? Budgeting is crucial for many reasons. It helps bring clarity to your financial situation, allows for better planning and decision-making, builds trust within yourself and others, and enables easier evaluation of your spending habits. However, there are some common mistakes that people make when budgeting. One of the most common mistakes is forgetting to account for small costs, which can quickly add up and throw off your budget. Another mistake is being unrealistic with your budget and setting goals that are difficult to achieve. It's also important to regularly check prices to ensure you are staying within your budget. Finally, spending without tracking can lead to overspending and making it difficult to stick to your budget. By avoiding these common mistakes, you can have a more successful and effective budgeting experience. So, how do you create your own budget? Well, first step is to write down your project idea. Then continue with estimating the number of participants and days you'll need for your project, as well as the resources required. Next, it's important to do thorough research to determine realistic prices for all of your project needs. Once you have a clear understanding of your expenses, it's time to list all of your income sources. After that, make sure to add a small contingency of 5 to 10% to your budget to account for any unexpected costs. Finally, it's time to calculate your balance and ensure that it aligns with your budget goals. With this detailed process, you can create a solid budget for your project. Now, let's work together on this activity. Imagine a simple project like a workshop, sports event using the simple template provided on this slide. Estimate your income and expenses and calculate your totals and balance. Next, let's focus on creating a budget for the project. Start by listing all the income sources, such as ticket sales or sponsorships. Then, list all the expenses, including venue rental and equipment costs. Once you have all the numbers, use the formula provided on the slide to calculate your totals and balance. This will give you a clear understanding of your budget and help you make informed decisions for the project. Remember, a well-planned budget is crucial for the success of any project. Let's get started. Today's lesson summary. A budget is your financial plan. Income, expenses, balance. It ensures clarity, trust, and realistic planning. Expenses include fixed, variable, and hidden costs. Always check prices and add a contingency. Budgets help avoid mistakes and improve decision-making. Now that we understand the importance of budgeting, it's time to put it into practice. Creating a budget can be a daunting task, but it's crucial for financial success. By regularly tracking your income and expenses, you can avoid overspending and be in control of your finances. Remember to include all types of expenses, from fixed costs like rent and bills to variable costs like groceries and entertainment. And don't forget to factor in those hidden costs that can catch you off guard. Budgeting also allows you to plan for unexpected expenses by adding a contingency to your budget. By following a budget, you can make more informed decisions and avoid costly mistakes. For today's deliverable, you should create a mini budget for your own project idea. Use the templates previously provided and include at least 2 income sources and 5 expense items. Finally, calculate the balance. Based on the balance, you can play with the income and expenses. Let's get started. The first step is to determine your income sources. This can include things like a monthly salary, freelance work, or any other sources of income. Next, list out your expenses, such as rent, groceries, bills, and any other costs associated with your project. Once you have your income and expenses, it's time to calculate the balance and see how much you have left to work with. Remember, it's important to have a balanced budget in order to successfully execute your project idea. Now that you have your budget set, you can start making adjustments to your income and expenses. Maybe you can find ways to increase your income or reduce your expenses to have more room in your budget. Be creative and think outside the box. This budget will serve as a guide for your project and help you stay on track. Thank you for watching and good luck with your budgeting. And we are done. I hope you have now a better understanding of budgeting and its importance in managing resources. In the next lesson, we will explore different sources of funding that can help you achieve your financial goals.